People at the company had always ignored the janitor, just a quiet single dad mopping floors, keeping his head down. But that morning, when he unknowingly answered a phone call in Dutch, the entire office turned silent. One man in particular, the billionaire CEO visiting from Amsterdam, froze mid-step, as if he had seen a ghost. Moments later, he demanded, "Who is he? Bring him to my office." Alone. Nobody knew that the conversation they were about to have would change both their lives forever. Ethan worked the night shift as the janitor in a huge corporate building, doing everything he could to provide for his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. His life was simple, quiet even. He avoided attention, avoided friendships, avoided anything that could bring the past back to him. The only thing that kept him smiling was Lily's drawings tucked inside his pocket. That morning, after finishing the last hallway on the 27th floor, his old phone buzzed. It was his sister calling from the Netherlands. Ethan sighed. He hadn't spoken Dutch in years, trying to bury that entire part of his life. But family was family. He picked up. The moment he began speaking, a smooth, high-class voice echoed behind him, "Stop." Ethan turned. A tall man in a tailored black suit stared at him, eyes wide, shock written all over his face. It was Leonard Van Dalen, the company's billionaire CEO, visiting for the first time. You speak Dutch?" the CEO asked, stepping closer as if he didn't believe his own eyes. Ethan nodded slowly, unsure why this mattered. The CEO whispered something in Dutch, something only someone extremely wealthy or extremely powerful would say. Ethan understood every word. "I have looked for someone who speaks like you for a long time." Ethan's heartbeat quickened. Why would a man like Leonard care? The CEO then turned to the managers surrounding him. "Clear my schedule. And bring him to my private office. No one else." His voice cracked, almost emotional. Ethan wanted to refuse, but something inside urged him forward. Maybe it was time to stop running from his past. Maybe today everything would finally make sense. 20 minutes later, Ethan stood in the CEO's penthouse-level office, surrounded by expensive art, velvet walls, and quiet security guards outside the door. Leonard sat across from him, hands shaking slightly. "I know who you are," Leonard finally said. Ethan froze. "No, you can't." Leonard leaned forward, tears forming. "Your father was Peter van Leuven. One of the greatest linguists in Europe. He was my mentor, my friend. The man who saved my life." Ethan felt his knees weaken. His father had died years ago, and Ethan had run from everything associated with him. Leonard continued, "Before he passed, he told me he had a son. A son he regretted losing contact with. A son who inherited his brilliance." Leonard swallowed hard. "Ethan, he meant you." Ethan's eyes burned, emotions rising like a storm he had held back for years. Ethan sat back, overwhelmed. "My father left us," he whispered. "He chose his career, his travels, his students, over me and my mother. Why would you even say he cared?" But Leonard shook his head fiercely. "That's what you believe because that's what you lived. But the truth is different. He didn't leave you. He was trying to protect you." Ethan didn't speak, he couldn't. Leonard motioned toward a hidden drawer in his desk and pulled out a stack of letters tied with an old blue ribbon. The ribbon alone made Ethan flinch. His father used to tie Ethan's school notebooks with the same ribbon style. "These are his letters," Leonard said softly. "All written for you. Sent to your old home. All returned, never opened. Your mother must have hidden them, maybe to protect you from disappointment." Ethan's breath hitched as Leonard placed the bundle in his hands. His father's handwriting, real, shaky, messy, but filled with love. Letter after letter spoke of regret. Of wanting to return. Of wanting to build a life with his son. Of jealousy watching other fathers hold their children. Of fearing Ethan would hate him if he tried too late. Ethan pressed the pages to his forehead, tears dropping onto the ink. "I never knew," he whispered. "I thought he forgot me." Leonard placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "No. He spent years searching for you. He asked me to find you if anything ever happened to him." I never succeeded, until today. Silence filled the room, heavy, painful, healing. Then Leonard said the words Ethan never expected. Come work with me. Not as a janitor, as a translator, a cultural advisor, just like your father. I'll train you myself. You have talent hidden under years of struggle. Let me help you rise. Ethan shook his head. I'm just a single dad trying to survive. And Lily? Leonard said, eyes softening. Your daughter will grow knowing her father's worth. She will grow proud. For the first time in years, Ethan felt something inside him open. Hope. Several hours later, Ethan walked out of the building, clutching the letters to his chest. Lily ran to him, hugging his legs. Daddy! Why are your eyes red? Ethan knelt, smiling through tears. Because, sweetheart, today someone reminded me that I'm worth more than I thought. Lily hugged him tighter. Behind them, Leonard watched from his car window, smiling at a promise fulfilled. Ethan didn't just walk home that day. He walked into a new life, carrying his father's memory not as a wound, but as a gift. And for the first time, he wasn't running from his past. He was finally running toward his future.